Brett McGregor's love of food stems from places travelled, new experiences and culture. He's all about fresh, seasonal produce and telling the down-to-earth Kiwi stories from our fantastic producers all the way to the plate. Kia ora, Brett, no mai, hoki mai. Welcome back to our kāuta. Great to see you.
It is awesome to be back. Thanks for inviting me.
Kua whai ingoa hoku. Have you got a new name? Are you Mr. Kūmara officially?
I think I am Mr. Kūmara officially. You know, it is the greatest vegetable that I think New Zealand produces, so I'm all about that today, and I've got a couple of great recipes that I think you're going to love. Today I'm going to do a Thai-inspired Kūmara soup using the orange and the gold, not only for colour but the slight difference in sweetness and starch. And then for you, I thought that actually over the last few days that you would like something that is fresh, easy to throw together, that you could have for lunch. So I'm going to do a raw Kūmara salad with a little bit of carrot and a fantastic dressing.
Kare tua tia koe, you are the man, as we say. Me taha, he huamata, he waiharo, we have salad, we have soup, we have quite a lot to do.
We have a lot to do. Well, actually, you've got quite a lot to do because there's a lot of prep. But shall we get started?
Ai, ka tīmata ki ngā kumara. I guess we start with kumara.
We certainly do. So, beautiful gold and a couple of orange. If you could just peel those and dice them. Maybe a centimetre dice.
Okay, ka pai.
While you're doing that, I'll get some shallots on and get those sweating away.
Okay, ka pai.
So, just on a medium heat, I just want to sweat these shallots down. So, a couple of tablespoons, and I'm using some coconut oil today.
The tua papane, so we've got our base that is all nice, beautiful flavour.
Absolutely. So sweat those off for a couple of minutes, and I'm going to add in some lemongrass.
Okay.
And then I want a good chunk of ginger as well, so I might use, you know, about a 3 or 5 centimetre knob of ginger. So now a few cloves of garlic. Okay, so that's all softening up beautifully now, making a good mess, which means we must be getting on. So I'm going to put a little bit of chilli in here, but do that to taste. I'd probably, if you can, use a really hot chilli so you don't have to put so much in because the colour obviously will change what we're doing.
Ah, ka whero haere, because it will start to go red.
Exactly.
Oh, inā te kakare hoa, it smells so good, right?
It really does. So it's nice and softened. We're starting to get a little bit of colour on there. So let's move on to the next stage, right? So that is, I've got some beautiful kaffir lime leaves. So I'm just going to give them a squash, throw them in, and I'll remove that before I blend it. I've got a little bit of turmeric and some curry powder here. So just about a half a teaspoon of turmeric. Now that's real earthiness, colour, and obviously a lot of health properties that we've been seeing at the moment. And the curry is for a little bit of flavour, so I'm going to put in probably about a teaspoon of curry as well. Okay? Now just cook that out for just a couple of minutes, just so that the rawness is gone. And then as soon as that's done, we can hit it with the stock and throw in our kumara. It's about 1 kilo, I suppose, of orange and gold, and then just 1 carrot. The carrot, great for colour, but also just that little bit of extra sweetness as well, which I think is really nice. We're going to bring that up to the boil, okay, and we're going to leave it just until that kumara is soft, and it'll take maybe 20 minutes.
Kei te hāngai tō kākahu ki te kōhua, so it's important that your pot matches your outfit.
Yeah, I think I've done quite well today, eh? And us, look. Hey, how did I know? We're actually looking fantastic.
He tohu, it's meant to be. It's always a good sign.
And it's making the kumara pop, so we're all go. Right, so you think you're going to have a break now, eh?
Kare kore, I'm sure.
It doesn't cut itself like that.
Exactly, how does, but that looks hard. Oh.
If you're at home and you want to learn, like this claw technique is what I use. So you take a very thin slice of the kumara or the carrot.
Right.
Claw technique, one finger is always in front of the other.
Right.
Right, so now when you are holding on to any kind of food, that knuckle is the most prominent one, and that becomes your guide for your knife. And then you can easily do what they call a julienne cut.
Ah, kaiparawa, just so easy. Mama noiho.
Which is nice. I'm not very good at it, you can see. I'm not the most professional, but...
You're a Masterchef, man.
Look at that. That looks pretty good. But if you're in a hurry, I'd use a mandolin.
Ka pai. Quote then, that's me.
Well, I'm going to keep going on the dressing then. So we've got just a couple of teaspoons of sesame oil, a little bit of pineapple juice, a nice tablespoon. This is the sweetness, okay? Right. The tamari, good pinch of chilli in there, but do that to taste, and some sugar. And of course, like any good dressing, it needs a bit of lime and a little bit of lemon. So, and it's probably a couple of tablespoons, but this is something that whenever you're making a dressing like this or anything that is Southeast Asian in origin, we all have different palates. So you might be a little bit spicier and I might be a little bit sweeter.
Taku matapai ko okay. I'd say it would be me who'd be sweeter.
But it's all about flavour, so you need to follow the recipe, of course, but then have a taste and then think, oh, you know, I might like that a little bit hotter. Yeah. And then just add chilli, do whatever. But, you know, if you follow that kind of, those rules, then you can never go wrong.
Kei te pai tēnā, did you like my job there? Is it enough?
You've done a great job. I think it is enough actually because, you know, there's only the two of us.
Yes.
But let's, could you throw it all together into the salad bowl for me? So it's the carrot, the kumara, and if you pass me that red onion, I'll quickly slice that for you and we'll add that in. The little slithered almonds. The last thing actually to go in there is going to be just a little bit of coriander.
Nā kua rite katoa, ne? So everything's ready. How do you like to soup up the salad?
But what I'm going to do is just put a couple of tablespoons of this amazing dressing over the top and then just give it a really quick mix and then just really beautifully, making sure you're not keeping it flat. So give it a bit of life, put it into the bowl, just sprinkled with a little bit of fresh coriander. No matter what time of the year this is, winter, summer, it's a great salad. It's a great side. It's an even better lunch for those on the run.
Tika taku. And I'm right. That's popping.
That is right. You know, food for me never has to be complicated to be delicious. And this salad, I think, is just, you know, absolutely perfect.
Ka whakamahana hoki i tō wā, and it sort of warms up your mouth because you've got that nice little bit of heat going through.
Yep, and the chilli for me, I mean, it's almost so warming and vibrant in the beginning, so you get that kind of sweetness. And then just as you finish, you've got a little bit of hint of chilli at the back. Beautiful. Well, should we get on and finish this soup up as well?
How te mahi e toi ana? What do we got left to do?
Okay, so I've turned the soup off. It's cooked through. The carrot and the kumara is really nice and soft. So now is all about giving it a blend.
Mena kāre o whakahanumi pēnei. What if you haven't got a stick blender like that?
A potato masher.
Ah.
Potato masher works really, really well, especially if you've got a little bit more excess liquid in it like this has. So if you want to make a really thick soup, just hold back a little bit on the stock and you can make it as thick as you like, but I like it quite soupy, so...
Soupy it is.
Soupy it is. Stick blender.
Ka tahi te tapu tapu ko tēnei. That stick blender really just is the boss, isn't it?
It is awesome, so fast. And that, you know, if you don't have a potato masher or anything, but you have a processor, put it in the processor or your blender, but just make sure that you let it cool a little bit before you do that. That's perfect. So now it's just all about finishing touches and adding a bit of seasoning.
Nā reira, haha aua mea. What are those things?
Okay, so I've got some coconut milk here, about half a cup or so. This is really up to you, because remember, this is a real nice, luscious, beautiful kind of taste and feel. So you just kind of fold that together.
Ka creamy haere, so it's getting all nice and creamy for taste and for look as well, and texture.
Absolutely. Now, just a bit of seasoning. So what I'm doing here is adding salt and some fish sauce. So the fish sauce is another flavour profile, okay? So really earthy and obviously really meaty kind of flavour.
Nā reira, kei te rerepe he o whakaaro. So what are you thinking? How are you going to serve this up?
Well, I'm thinking if you pass me those two little white bowls down there, a little bit of soup at the bottom, probably about 3/4 of the way up the bowl, maybe even a little swirl of the leftover coconut milk, and then just really gently build it up with your microgreens, a little bit of chilli, and then of course to finish, a little bit of black pepper and toasted sesame seeds.
Taumata ke e hoa, next level. E hara i te waiharo noa e hoa, that's not just any soup. Look how gorgeous that is.
Actually, I've impressed myself. You've got to just get your laughing gear around it, really.
Oh, koina tō mahi nui, that's what you have to do. You have to taste everything. Koe piki taumata ke, that's got even better.
But it is, to me, that is, if you think about a winter day and you want to cuddle up on the couch and have a decent bowl of soup, I mean, that is just... I'm surprised I'm sharing.
Te hotoke e te raumatirane, I think winter or summer because it's actually quite light, you know, and especially when you have those microgreens on there.
Totally. And they all add, you know, a lot of people say, you know, why are you putting that as a garnish on there? I actually think that little bit of the microgreens, there's coriander in there, so you're getting a bit of freshness, a little bit of a different texture. And then, of course, that little bit of toasted sesame seeds, just that nuttiness. Beautiful.
Ko tō hia kia mārama tata katoa ki ngā uara o tēnei hua whenua. You just want us all to know how good kumara is. And I think you're doing a pretty good job.
Thank you.
Tēnā koe hoa, thank you for coming back. Next time, let's do kumara.
Shall we? All right, let's see what else I can come up with. You know, it is always an absolute pleasure to come and hang out.